Morning all, my name is Alden and my friend's name is Johannes. We'll tell a storytelling about the legend of Lake Toba. So we started. In ancient times, in a village in North Sumatra, there lived a farmer named Toba who was alone in a gentle and fertile valley. Apart from working on his fields, sometimes the man went fishing to the river, which was not far from his house. One afternoon, after returning from the field, the man went straight to the river to fish. But he'd been fishing long enough. One fish couldn't. Because it had been too long, the farmer decided to stop fishing. When he was about to pull the fishing rod, suddenly he was struck by a large fish. The farmer is very happy when he got a big fish. After that, the farmer left the river to go home. When he got home, Toba wanted to grill the fish and he looked for the firewood under his house. When he returned to the kitchen, he was surprised that the fish was gone, and there were only a few gold coins left. Toba was surprised, and then he left the kitchen and entered the room. When in Toba's room, he met a beautiful woman. Toba was invited by the woman to accompany him to the kitchen because he wanted to cook rice for them. While waiting for the rice to cook, the woman told her that she was the incarnation of the big fish that the man had gotten while fishing in the river, and was also told that gold coins were the incarnation of his scales. After several after several weeks, the woman started to that she was willing to accept Toba's proposal on the condition that Toba had to swear that in his entire life he would never bring up the origin of his wife who had become from a big fish. A year later, they were blessed with a boy named Samosir. The child has a bad character, is spoiled and lazy. One day the boy was ordered by his mother to deliver rice to the field for his father. At first, he refused because he had to, irritably, and went to deliver on the rice. On the way, he ate his father's lunch. When he arrived at the field, the remaining rice left was given to his father. Because the father was very hungry, the father became very angry when he saw that the rice he had given him was waste. His father's patience was lost and he beat his son while scolding him that he was descendant of fish. While crying, the boy came home to his mother and complained that he had been beaten by his father. Hearing the child's story, the mother was very sad because her husband had broken his oath. The mother told her child to immediately climb a hill not so far from their house. When the mother saw her son was almost at the top of the tree he had climbed on the hill, he also ran into the river that then jumped and turned into a big fish. At the same time, the river was flooded heavily and it rained heavily. Some time later, the river water overflowed everywhere and was flooded. Toba was drowned by a puddle of water. Over time, the puddle grew wider and turned into a very large lake called Lake Toba. The small island in the middle is called Samosir Island. So that's all and thank you.
Pada zaman dahulu, di suatu desa di Sumatera Utara, hiduplah seorang laki-laki bernama Toba yang hidup menyendiri di sebuah lembah yang landai dan subur. Selain mengerjakan ladangnya, kadang-kadang lelaki itu pergi memancing ke sungai yang berada tak jauh dari rumahnya. Pada suatu sore, setelah pulang dari ladang, lelaki itu langsung pergi ke sungai untuk memancing. Tetapi sudah cukup lama ia memancing, satu ikan tidak ada pun yang tertangkap. Karena sudah terlalu lama, Toba tersebut memutuskan buat menarik kail kancing ikannya. Pas dia narik, tiba-tiba disambar ikan yang besar. Petani itu senang sekali dan seketika itu petani itu langsung pulang ke rumahnya. Setiba di rumah, petani tobat tersebut memegang ikan tersebut dan ia mencari kayu bakar di kolong rumahnya. Karena ia kembali ke dapur, dia terkejut karena ikan tersebut sudah tidak ada. Dan hanya tersisa beberapa keping uang emas. Toba pun terkejut dan heran. Lalu dia meninggalkan dapur dan masuk ke kamar. Ketika di kamar, Toba bertemu seorang wanita yang cantik banget. Toba diajak perempuan itu menemaninya ke dapur karena dia hendak memasak nasi untuk mereka. Sambil menunggu nasi dimasak, diceritakan oleh perempuan itu bahwa dia adalah jelmaan dari ikan besar yang tadi didapat dari Toba tersebut. Dan diceritakan pula bahwa keping uang emas adalah penyelaman sisiknya. Setelah beberapa minggu, perempuan itu menyatakan bersedia menerima lamaran Toba dengan syarat harus bersumpah bahwa seumur hidupnya dia tidak akan pernah mengungkit asal-usul istrinya yang menjelma dari ikan. Setahun kemudian, mereka dikaruniai seorang anak laki-laki yang bernama Samoisir. Anak itu memiliki sifat yang kurang baik, manja, dan pemalas. Suatu hari, anak itu disuruh ibunya untuk mengantarkan nasi ke ladang untuk si Toba. Awalnya dia menolak karena terpaksa. Dengan kesal pergilah dia ke ladang buat mengantarkan nasi tersebut. Di tengah jalan, dia memakan bekal ayahnya. Setiba di ladang, sisa nasi yang hanya tinggal sedikit diberikan kepada ayahnya. Karena si ayah sudah sangat lapar, si ayah sangat marah ketika melihat nasi yang diberikan kepadanya adalah sia-sia. Kesabaran ayahnya pun menghilang dan ia memukul anaknya sambil memaki bahwa dia adalah keturunan ikan. Sambil menangis, anak itu pulang menemui ibunya mengadukan bahwa dia dipukul ayahnya. Mendengar cerita anaknya itu, si ibu sedih sekali karena suaminya sudah melanggar sumpahnya. Si ibu menyuruh anaknya agar segera mendaki bukit yang tidak begitu jauh dari rumah mereka. Ketika tampak oleh sang ibu, anaknya sudah hampir ke puncak pohon kayu yang dipanjatnya di atas bukit. Dia pun berlari ke sungai, lalu lompat dan berubah menjadi ikan besar. Pada saat yang sama, sungai itu banjir besar dan turun hujan lebat. Beberapa waktu kemudian, air sungai itu meluap kemana-mana dan tergenanglah. Dampak Toba tersebut mati tenggelam oleh genangan air. Lama-kelamaan, genangan air itu semakin meluas dan berubahlah menjadi danau Toba. Sedangkan pulau yang kecil di tengah-tengahnya diberi nama Pulau Samoisir. Sekian dari kelompok kami. Semoga cerita yang kami sampaikan ada hikmatnya buat kalian. Bye bye.